Kimber. I'm just shuffling here. Libra, right? I think. Okay. This is a deck I don't use that often, but I really like it. I apologize. My dogs are going balls out, nutty. I don't know why. There's probably deer in my backyard. But anyway, I'm going to do the full Celtic spread for you. And thank you for reaching out to me. It's been a while. You need to come to the shop sometime. I know you're kind of far. We're in Lakewood. I think I don't know, you live in Akron, right? It's probably kind of far for you. All right, one more shuffle, and then I'm going to cut the deck in half. Ooh. All right, so we got the Eight of Cups. It fell. I don't think I'm going to take it. Anyway, okay. Cutting the deck. Oh, nice. The Magician. Three of Swords. Okay. Wanting to manifest something different, I see. Okay. Got a lot of cups. So, okay, so we'll go over this one by one. Okay, so current situation, you do have the Magician. We just did get out of Mercury retrograde, which doesn't affect every sign. I don't know about Libra. I don't know what else you have in your chart. But it does represent Virgo and Gemini, but it's the manifester. You know, it's all for the elements, manifesting what you want. So I think now that Mercury has gone direct, things are going to improve for you. We do have some heartbreak, though. Current situation kind of going through some heartbreak. We have the Three of Swords. So I'm not quite sure. And there's some spilled cups around. So I don't know if you've given up at this point, if you've just, I know you've had a string of bad luck. So the current, this is, I mean, I love the Magician because this is saying, you know, manifest what you want, even though right now you're currently things are going to get better. But you're currently going through this Three of Swords energy, which is heartbreak, grief, just not feeling, you know, just, you know, kind of feeling sadness, kind of feeling that heartbreak. It could be something current, but it also could just be past stuff. I'll know a little bit as I get into your reading. So currently on your mind, you have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So there could be a shakeup in your foundation or your belief system. I really feel like the vibe I'm getting here is just, I need to try something different. I don't know if your foundation has been kind of rocked or things are just not the way you thought they were going to be. And so it's kind of, you're trying to think of something else to, I don't know. I don't know if the word's adventurous. I don't know if that's what I would say is that you're adventurous. I think what I would say, you want to try something new. Something has rocked you have 2 threes. So there's some instability here. And I think it's in the love arena. Okay. It's just kind of like, I want to try something new. And that might even be, being alone for a while. I'm not entirely sure, but excuse me. There's definitely current open wounds, you know, in the heart, in the love space arena. And then of course, going to your head, it's just this foundation is completely, not necessarily unstable, but just not as stable as you'd like. I don't know if instability is the word I would use, but I guess that is kind of where I'm going with this. And it's coming out in your headspace, and I do feel it has a lot to do with relationship issues. Okay. All right. So in your recent past, you know, you have the Ten of Cups reversed. So I think what I'm reading of this is that there was a situation that you were hoping was going to turn out differently than it did. Okay. And you end up getting, you know, kind of heartbreak. And it seems like it probably happened during Mercury retrograde. Not necessarily, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. And in this recent past, it's just like I was expecting something. The Ten of Cups is a good card when it's upright, and it's not terrible when it's reversed, but it is almost like really, really hoping something was going to happen in a certain way that didn't happen that way. Disappointment, really kind of like high expectations that were kind of that disappointed you. Okay, a lot of cups on here. The only pentacles I see are the ones in your headspace, which is the 3, which kind of talks about a kind of a shaky foundation. I guess it could speak to, like I said, I might have to go back and clarify, because at this point I'm seeing it more of as a love situation as opposed to a money situation. So anyways, in your near future, I do have the 7 of Cups reversed. So this can kind of be feeling overwhelmed with choices, some good, some bad, some neutral, having some choices and just not really sure what, where, what, when, who to go with these choices. You're just not sure. And you're not super excited about any of them. And there is kind of a feeling of being overwhelmed. But at the same time, there's a feeling of being underwhelmed. It's just like, I don't know. And this is going in the future. So whatever you're feeling right now is not necessarily, there's more of the same to come. And I hate that. I'm not excited about that. But, a lot of times when the 7 of Cups comes up, there are a lot of, there should be other opportunities out there to change your situation. But I guess what happens is with this 7 of Cups is sometimes we do have other choices, but we just either are overwhelmed, debilitated, can't make a choice because we're in a certain place in our lives. And because this is the current and just not, in the heart space, just kind of feeling defeated. So it's not the best time to be making decisions. So again, 7 of Cups could be overwhelmed, could be underwhelmed, but there's kind of a, not necessarily a stagnancy, but just kind of a reticence to make any decisions at this point. In the foundation for your spread, you do have the Queen of Swords, or in this deck, it's the Mother of Swords. So there is definitely some cutting out of some situations, not looking back. The Queen of Swords is pretty divisive, or derisive, whatever that word is. It is your queen. So you really need to get back to who you are, setting boundaries, knowing your worth. If you have to cut situations or people out, even if it's for the temporary, because there is some healing that needs to happen. Kind of a heavy reading, but usually people reach out when they're not doing the best, but, okay, so that's what I have. But good news is how you feel about the situation. There is hope here. You do have the Star card. So you are feeling hopeful. You have 2 great, amazing cards. You have the Magician, which is card number 1, which is that manifest card about manifesting something better. I feel like you tried to do that in the past, or you were successful, but it didn't necessarily meet your expectations. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I need caffeine. Anyway, how you feel about the situation again, and this is the current situation. So you have the Magician, now you have the Star card. So, you are keeping these high expectations. You really are. I'm not saying that's good or bad or whatever. I mean, in the past, you might be disappointed, but I will not be the one to tell you to lower your standards. But you do have the Magician and the Star card, which again, the Magician is the manifest card, and then the Star card is actually the wish fulfillment. So that's how you feel. You're still hopeful. I mean, there's still a lot of hope here. It's not like you've completely I'm done, I'm shutting down shop. It's just, I feel like the temporary energy is one of, I just don't even know where to go from here. I'm overwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed. Do I make a choice? Do I just remain stagnant? But there is hope with the Magician and the Star card. Those are major arcana that kind of, trump any of the minor arcana. self-defeating behavior, no doubt about it. External influences, yeah, we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords could be a couple different things. It is a crossroads. And because you have the Three of Swords, it's kind of like you're at this crossroads. Yes, there's more healing to do, but I almost feel like a certain freedom for you as well. And it's coming out in your external. So it's not a stalemate, it's a crossroads. So it's definitely a choice. And sometimes the choice might be to just lay low and not do anything, which is kind of what this Seven of Cups in your future is suggesting. So I think that's really good advice. So yeah, what's coming out in your hopes and fears? You have the Tower. It's reversed. So that means it's like whatever's happened to you. And I'm not saying you necessarily went through a major Tower event, but I do feel there is a shift for you. I really do. And your fear is that you're not, how am I going to rebuild? What am I going to do? So I think it's just a fear. I think that you have it covered. I think there is a definite period of getting back to yourself, getting balanced. But the Tower being reversed is optimistic, because that means like, hey, I already know, I get it. It's time to start living for me. All right. And in your outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So we have a lot of major arcana. So there's something big, like I said, a shift. It is reversed, so you're not quite out of the woods yet, but it is a card of endings, the Wheel of Fortune. So that is coming. And then, of course, you have the Tower. So again, the two upright cards you have is the Magician and the Star card, which are both wish fulfillment cards. They're both manifesting what you want. You're very optimistic. But I feel like you've taken a hit at the same time and you just don't really want to make a choice. And that's okay. Not making a choice is also a choice for now. This is, reading current energy. The fear coming out, obviously the Tower. I feel like that's something you're in the midst of now with this heartbreak. And again, I feel that it's love, but I also feel that it disappointed. That's what I feel more than anything. And this Wheel of Fortune is just this karmic wheel that I want to be upright in your outcome, but there is more to go before you have a complete ending. Not that you're in the ending right now, before you have a new beginning, I should say. I did want to take maybe some Oracle. I haven't used this deck in a while. I'm going to use this Love Oracle deck, because I do feel that it's, I say you're breaking your own heart, but I just really feel you do have very high expectations, but that it's like the people that you're giving the high expectations to aren't really reciprocating, or you're just low-hanging fruit, or it's something like that. I hope this resonates. But I just feel like a transition. You're not quite out of the woods yet. But I feel like there is a transition coming. You're like right at the ending. You're right at the destruction part. Now we need to start rebuilding. And again, I hate when I have, I don't want to say lower your expectations, but sometimes it's more of, when you have these expectations, it's better to have almost no expectations than low expectations. I don't know how do we do that, but anyways, I am going to take a couple of these love cards. All right, so a couple of them flew out. So the first one is communication. So address concern without attacking person. Communication is the issue. Healthy, loving dialogue. And that's similar to this Queen of Swords. So if somebody is not matching your communication level, then it's time to cut them out. That's kind of what I get. The other card was physical intimacy. The topic is up for discussion. Choose healthy, balanced relationships, doing it for the right reasons. Maybe you have sex with the person too soon. Maybe there's not enough chemistry, or maybe there's a lot of chemistry and then you have the sexual component and then it's like, then you're bored, or it doesn't meet your expectations. That's basically how I see that. I feel like there's one more. I really hope this resonates with you, because you're definitely going through it. Definitely going through it. But I feel like you're just right at the ending, and I don't have any aces, which signify new beginnings, so you're still going through it. All right. One more, yes. All right, so here's the other thing that I wasn't sure about with this Three of Pentacles reverse, but it says money issues. Upset over money, heal root chakra, lack of trust, fear of safety, security, and spiritual control. I don't know necessarily that what it says there, but money issues is the key. So we have physical intimacy, money issues, and communication being the top. So Kimber, that's what I have for you. I hope it resonated. Please let me know. I always enjoy reading for you. You always refer people to me. So, I mean, you're an absolute godsend and a joy to read for. So we'll talk soon, and let me know, and I'm going to upload this to you now.